Hey love bugs, welcome or welcome back. If you're tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley Bedeck, and isn't my hair so cute? This one comes courtesy of Wiggins, and they sent over this beautiful 24-inch ready to go wig. This is their Water Wave 13x4. Let me get the deets so I don't mess this up. So this one here is the 24-inch ready to go, pre-styled, pre-braided Water Wave 13x4 lace front wig. I have her in a size small cap, and you're gonna see how flawlessly and easily I was able to install this wig. This one was constructed so perfect that literally we went in and lightly tinted the lace, added a little bit of extra hold hairspray, set it on top, it air dried. I didn't have to do anything to the baby hair, and then we added a little water and leave-in on the ends and allowed it to air dry, and we were done. The braids, the flatness, the pre-plucked hairline, the pre-bleached knots, the pre-cut lace, all of that was done by Wiggins, and I can say chef's kiss. This one is very easy, beginner friendly, and you can for sure install this one by yourself at home, even if you haven't installed a wig by yourself before. If you want to see how I got this look, let's get started. Oh, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Now let's get into it. Okay ladies, let's get right into it. I want to make an honorable mention that all three of my children are at school and my husband is at the gym, so this is a rare moment where I have complete silence in my house. Now let's get into it. This beautiful wig comes courtesy of Wiggins. They sent over their beautiful 24-inch ready to go, pre-styled, pre-braided Water Wave 13x4 lace wig. You guys can see not only did they do the braids, they added the baby hair. This is a wear and go wig, so the lace is pre-cut, the knots are pre-bleached, and the hairline is pre-plucked. I'm gonna go ahead and put her on so you can see how gorgeous she looks straight out of the box. I didn't do any manipulations behind the scenes. I literally took her out of the packaging and put her on for you guys. The only finesse I could have done was to add a wig cap. The best thing is to always make sure your braids or your foundation underneath is flat. Other than that, I have to give Wiggins the credit for all of the work. The hair is nice and full, beautiful, shiny, gorgeous, soft water wave hair. The hairline is perfect and it fits my head nice and glueless. You can even do a simple tuck behind the ears and go. I'm going to be using this leave-in product in just a minute, but first I'm going to melt the wig down. Now, as I mentioned, this one does fit my head glueless, but there's nothing like a good melt. In real life, in person, you want that hairline to become one with your skin because you don't want it to just literally be sitting there because it can. You want it to actually look like an install. So I went ahead and applied my bed head, and while that kind of air dries, I went in and tint the lace with the Ruby Kisses Mineral Foundation in the shade 16. Now, I did use a 16 in the parting, which is rare for me. Typically, I would use a shade or two lighter, but I've been trying to tone down the parting and just maturing a little bit and, you know, switching it up to see what I like. And I definitely think that with this lace, it looked better with a deeper shade. Now, I did go in and wet that water wave texture, and I'm just using my fingers to kind of like get that product through. I did speed it up pretty fast because I wanted to kind of like show you the process, but I know you guys don't want to literally sit through the entire process, but you guys get the picture. Get the hair nice and moisturized, add your product. Should you need more water or product, you add as needed. Now, this is a leave-in from Curls, or is this from Curls? From Aussie Moist is the brand, but this is from their Curls line. I did also use a brush to kind of like detangle and clump the curls really nicely, and this is the look. Look at how full the hair is. I believe this one comes as a 180% density or a 250% density. I went ahead and allowed mine to dry off camera while the hairline melted with that melt belt, and look at this goodness. Even when it comes to that pre-styled baby hair, all I did was use a comb to kind of comb it out so it has more of a feathery effect, and once it air dried, look at how nice and full and defined the hair is. I love that 24-inch length on mine. Be sure to check the description box for a direct link as well as all the details on my wig. Yeah, and happy shopping. Okay, love bugs, I am watching my girl Platinum. I feel like every time I film, she happens to upload, and I don't even know her upload schedule. It just happens that way, but shout out to her. Today we are working with Wiggins, as I already mentioned, and this is the beautiful orange box with their beautiful logo. Inside we got some goodies, which you've already seen. The melt belt, which I did use in the video. And this is like a nice soft stretchy one. So if you're someone who like, sometimes I feel like I will do the Velcro in the back but sometimes like I'll go all the way over to make it really tight, and then sometimes if that's not tight enough I will actually tie it. So I kind of like the soft stretchy ones because it's easier to kind of like pin your hip and tie it in the back so you can get that really snatched look. And then of course this is the bag that the actual wig was inside the packaging, and here you already have your details and goodies. So mine is a small cap and it's 24 inches in length. All the additional details of course are down in the description box. And then if you thought that was it, it definitely is not. We also got a pack of HD wig caps for those of you who love your wig caps. We got a baby hair brush, and this is like a pinky, salmony pink, I want to say. Cute. Then they gave us this care package, and inside you get some colorful rubber bands. Whenever you get like these pre-styled wigs from them, they're sure to take care of you and make sure you have extra rubber bands. So you do get like 2 black, and then you get 2 yellow, and then I think it's 1 red and 1 pink. And it's perfect because sometimes your rubber bands will pop. Mine has never just popped on its own. But what happens is, like when you have your hot tools on, you go in and touch up your hair, you may mistakenly get too close to the rubber band, and if you get even like near it, that rubber band will pop. So it's great that they gave you some, because like I keep rubber bands on hand, but a lot of people don't keep rubber bands on hand. So it's great that they gave you some to save your style, or even if you want to like restyle it, you'll be able to. Then of course they also gave you your wig tape in there, which they gave you. This is a fat, thick, you see all those layers? They gave you a bunch of pieces so you'll be able to bond your wig down with your wig tape. Really nice. They also gave us some mink lashes. These are nice and natural for my natural girlies. And then last but most certainly not least, they of course gave us a dust bag, which is my favorite home for my wigs. And of course it has that Wiggins logo on it as well. Now with this one I am absolutely in love. I gave it almost like 3 hours to dry, which I wasn't intending to. It was getting late and it was time for me to cook dinner, and I think I left you guys at like 8:30 p.m. because my math is that if I cook dinner at like 6 or 7 p.m. for my kids and they eat, by the time it's 9:30 their bedtime, they'll always say they're hungry. So sometimes I'll wait to have dinner ready like so they can eat at 9 and go straight into the shower, because I don't like that like I'm hungry and I went to bed hungry. Long story long, I didn't realize one of my children had homework, so it was kind of like a little mini if Johnny had 2 apples, 5 apples, I don't know how many apples, but we got through it. The homework was easy because of course it's only week 1 and it's like summer review, like what you do over the summer. I think it was just the anxiety of like I don't want to do homework, not even that the homework was hard. So I have learned, if you are a mom and you are watching this, the thing that I've learned after having 3 children is, even no matter what the situation is, school, temper tantrums, in public, embarrassment, all the things that you'll go through with your kids, the calmest one in the room controls the situation. And I have been that mom who's been flustered and overwhelmed in many situations, and I've learned that when I stay calm, like even if you know your kids show out in Target or in the grocery store and you get embarrassed, when you are calm and you are firm, it never gives you're embarrassed or your kids are embarrassed you. It gives the kid is bugging, but the mom got this. So I definitely implemented that night and we survived. She's a little salty, but we survived. Nonetheless, I love this wig. It had plenty of time to dry, and you guys can see how nice and full and fluffy it is. Now it was beautiful straight out of the box, but you guys know I love to brush mine out, wet it down, and give it a new product, so that way you can get really good baby soft defined curls or waves. The waves in this one are absolutely beautiful, and they of course were beautiful straight out of the box, but again I like to just give it something that doesn't look too professional or too perfect, and that is going to make it look a little bit more natural, especially when you have just a little bit of frizz in there like this. And I think it came out amazing. This one here I feel like was like a 3-minute install. Tinting the lace was the biggest thing, melting the lace was the second biggest thing, and that was it. So literally that was it. And from there I did again play with the ends, but you could have literally left it how it was straight out of the box as far as the ends go, and it was fine. I didn't have to put any heat in it or like touch up anything up here. Everything up here is perfect. You can go ahead and mess with it, but it really isn't necessary, and it gives like you got your hair done by a stylist, because it's not just a plopped on wig. It's a wig that's installed with a beautiful style, and of course it's melted to perfection, and the lace is like butter. Like of course we have baby hair on the sides, but not having any baby hair in the center and looking at how flawless it is, chef's kiss. So I'm gonna have the link down below, including all of the details. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Smooches.